So you covered some of the physical parts of playing goalie. Let's talk about mental, because it requires focus 100% of the time for 3 periods, maybe for overtime. You have to get in that zone and stay there. That can be exhausting. So how do you manage that?
Well, we have breaks in hockey, and I think you got to take advantage of those. So, between whistles, this is where you have to, and when I teach kids or I talk to my goalies when they're going through some rough patches, I'm always intrigued to see what they do in between whistles, where their head's at. What do you think? How's your breathing technique outside of playing the game? And to me, that's the most important part, is to be able to get out and come back into the game. It's hard to be focused for 60 minutes. Obviously the puck's not always in your zone, so you're able to take some breather at times but you still got to pay attention. There's a lot more to it. Like when you look at hockey, you see the players, but as a goalie, like the matchup, who's on the ice against who? Is there plays that there's a weakness on our team right now because one guy's on the ice and he shouldn't be on the ice because the other guy's on the ice. So there's a matching lines. And so as a goalie, you have to start understanding. And so if you get in trouble, you got to be able to say, hey, I'm going to freeze the puck right now. Even though I should play and let it go, I need my coach to make a change here. And I'm able to, so mentally, I got to be sharp enough to recognize there's a mismatch. And so if you're not allowing yourself to get out when you can between whistle, it's hard to do because you're going to start missing things. You really have to be sharp when you're in that, and that's, to me, whenever the whistle is there, I would always skate out of my crease, get out of my house that usually is the crease. I would get out of it, start breathing really heavily to get the most oxygen possible to find myself relax and really get out of the game. And next thing you know, you just got your own little routine. You get back to your crease, and next thing you know, puck drops, and boom, you're back on your concentrating. And it's the in and out. And, obviously it goes further. It goes, all right, now you get a bad goal. Something bad happened to you. How do you get out of it? For me, it was visualizing the game was a big part of my preparation. And so before I started a game, I would visualize the team that I'm playing against, probably 30 different opportunities of scoring on me with their players in my own head, closing my eyes. So when I got to the game, there's things that would happen that I would see it before it happened because I just saw it in my mind, and it's the same thing when I got a bad goal. Before they dropped the puck at center ice, I would just see myself stopping the shot I just let in, and next thing you know, whenever that puck dropped, I forgot about it because, in hockey, the next shot is always the most important part. The one that just passed, even though it's a great save, it doesn't count anymore. It's done. It's what you do next. And so, these episodes keeps happening, and it goes on for 60. And sometimes you're right with the overtime. I had some 4-period overtime on top of my 3 periods of hockey. Remember we had a chance to win the Stanley Cup against Dallas in Game 5. We lost in 3rd overtime. It was a 0-0 game to push it to Game 6 that we won in 2nd overtime to win the Stanley Cup.
Wow, so, that's a marathon.
Yeah, and think about this a little bit. Whoever erases you because
it's crazy.
It's for the Stanley Cup. It's not for just a win.
A lot of goals are scored, and this big scrum, massive bodies in front of the goal, but sometimes it's you and that against just a shooter, right? It's a breakaway, it's a penalty shot, it's a shootout.